Hi, we are here again to talk about research proposal focusing on how to write your research title. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to determine the title of your proposed research project. Remember that writing an effective title can affect or attract readers, examiners, reviewers, and editors' impressions of the quality of your work, whether readers can find your work once published, and whether readers will be interested in reading your work. Your title must be straightforward, precise, and concise. The titles of research or journal articles come in a variety of formats, and the most common formats are descriptive, declarative, interrogative, or a combinations of declarative and interrogative. So let's look at the descriptive title, which is the most commonly used form of title. It describes the subject of the article and the method, but do not reveal the main conclusions or the findings of the study. These are some of the examples. Number 1, the effects of exercise training on pain level in patients with low back pain, a randomized controlled trial. The second example, the relationship between pain and muscle strength in patients with low back pain. So you can notice that there is no conclusions or findings from these titles. The second common format of writing your title is known as declarative title, which is mainly to state the main findings or conclusions of your research. For example, number 1, a 3-month exercise training improves muscle strength in patients with low back pain. Or another example, level of pain influences muscle function in patients with low back pain. Okay, however, this is not a preferred title, as the findings of a study are really clear-cut. When we read a research paper, we have to identify, normally there are so many limitations in the study that you can't actually declare conclusively the findings or the conclusions of your research. The next format of title is interrogative title, which introduces the subjects in the form of questions. For example, does cognitive training improve performance on physical functions? The second example is waist circumference associated with aerobic fitness in Malaysian men and women. Another example is pain associated with physical function in patients with low back pain. However, this is discouraged for original article, but sometimes used for writing an opinion or a viewpoint pieces where you tend to give your ideas and discuss the possibility of the answer. And the last one is a combination of the declarative and interrogative title, which is rarely used. To me, it's quite confusing. Okay, it introduces the main findings or conclusions and subject of the article in the form of questions. For example, level of pain influences muscle functions in patients with low back pain, an indicator of quality of life. So what should be in the title? Okay, so sometimes if you read many articles or literature, they actually suggest you to refer to PICO or PICOT. So PICOT is an approach for developing research questions in a format allowing users to approach different research questions with a benefit of evidence-based practice. So what is actually PICOT? PICOT is an acronym standing for the following. P stands for populations or patients problem. It describes the patients in terms of their health status, or probably their gender, their age, and their race. I stands for intervention. If there is an intervention, These are the plans for attempting to address the health issues of the patient. These actions include specific tests, for example, medications and any therapies. C stands for comparisons. If there is any comparisons, it compares alternative to the plan, such as different types of treatment or an alternative to treating a patient. O refers to outcome, which stands for the expected results after an intervention. It might be reducing symptoms, eliminating symptoms, or attaining full health. T stands for time. It takes for an intervention to achieve the desired outcome or observations of the patients. Time is optional, as you can decide to concentrate on PICO only. So a PICO question falls within one of the interventions. It can be giving a therapy, rehabilitations or preventions. It can be any diagnosis, prognosis or etiology. Okay, so there are numbers of the don'ts in writing the research title. So these are some of the examples where you can refer to, and it's also available in the website. And my key points is your title shouldn't be lengthy, and try to avoid any abbreviations in the title, and keep your title within 50 to 100 characters, and shorter titles are cited more often. And as a conclusion, a good and effective title must have condensed research contents in a few words, where it defines the nature of the study, it has the main subjects of the research project, it has the main issue of the research project, it has the main focus of the research. So a good and effective title must capture the reader's attention, and it should be able to differentiate the title from other papers of the same subject area. And remember that it should contain keywords that are used in the paper, preferably those included in MESH. So what is MESH? Medical subject heading will be introduced to you probably in one of the videos in the future. So thank you very much for your attention.